Today, survivors, loved ones, first responders, and those across Oklahoma, as well as the nation, gathered at the Oklahoma City Memorial 30 years after the Oklahoma City bombing. 7 News reporter Mark Lowe was in attendance at today's ceremony, and he brings us more.
It's been 30 years since a car bomb went off in front of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in downtown Oklahoma City that took the lives of 168 Oklahomans. Now, 30 years later, the community is still here and remembers each and every one of those victims. April 19th, 1995 started out as an ordinary work day for hundreds of Oklahomans at the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building until it seemed like the world came crashing down. A truck bomb exploded, taking the lives of 168 men, women, and children, and injuring hundreds more. Today, the place where the building once stood looks totally different, and the bombing seems like a distant memory. But for those who lived through it, they remember it like it was just yesterday.
So I was 1 year old. My brother just turned 2 5 days before the bombing. From what I remember, is just I went through the trials of PTSD with my therapist. Back in the day, I was really just afraid of loud noises.
It was through the darkness of the black smoke that rose that what's been called the Oklahoma standard shined through. Giving as much as one could selflessly in a time of need showed the world what Oklahomans were all about.
We saw the very best of Oklahoma. We saw helpers, people who didn't wait to be asked, who ran towards danger, who gave without hesitation.
For former President Bill Clinton, he saw it for himself 30 years ago when he came to OKC in the aftermath of the bombing. He says that standard still shows proudly today, and no matter what happens, Oklahomans will always not only get back up, but back each other up.
The domestic terrorists who did this awful thing believed that it would spark a nationwide upheaval. Instead, you gave them the Oklahoma standard.
If you look around, you can just see, somehow, some way we're all connected, whether that be just like the event that happened that brought us here is very unsettling, just to have faith, hope, and love. And I like to say that we're all family here, tied to one way or another.
And now 3 decades later, the wound has healed in downtown Oklahoma City, but the scar still remains and will remain for years to come. And as all the speakers said this morning, the way for us to truly heal is to embrace kindness and the Oklahoma standard. From downtown Oklahoma City, for 7 News, I'm Mark Lowe.